Finally got the Fractured Friendship 2-pack, and let's see if it is actually worth the money that you pay for it. I don't know how much, but I know I did get it at 20% off. I want to say 15% off. Hasbro had a recent sale. They might still have some of these at the stock when they do their next Black Friday sale. But yeah, since we got a new Prime Studio Series and a new Studio Series Megatron, and a lot of people may be discouraged to want to pick this up, but there's something about these particular designs that I like. Of course, you get the old comic, or more, not the old Marvel comic, but it was a Dreamwave IDW style Megatron when he was a minor, when he was underage. No, when he was like a minor gladiator, minor turned gladiator, and you know what? This, I don't know which Prime. This I remember seeing this, and I have a comic with Prime had this particular design, but this is borrowed. This whole thing here is the mold itself is from the War for Cybertron. So we're going to open it up. There's a particular reason why I like this Prime, and I'm going to talk to you all about that in just a second. Oh yeah, just a heads up. I don't think I'm going to transform these guys. You all know what it looks like. You know, it also takes away from the fun. So let's start off with Megatron, and we'll take it from there. Okay, let's go over some of the accessories that come in these little wadded up pieces of toilet paper. So here is a nice little pickaxe. Here is a looks like a, I don't know, it looks like a piece of candy, but this is like a hammer, like an Energon hammer. I think the only detriment to these is that they're not in clear plastic, but I don't mind. It's not bad. And here's this awesome sword, this energy sword. Looks very similar to the one that came with that Nemesis Prime from the Power of the Primes. And I'm wanting to say that this is probably his drill connector. Yeah, there you go. Because he doesn't have an arm cannon. So he comes with a boatload of accessories. And I do like that he's got a bunch of tats. So this is a very unique Megatron, and he's got like silver paint apps right here. They did a lot of nice little touches here. So I think it's still worth getting this Megatron because the head is also unique to the head sculpt is unique to this particular figure. I really like that silver. It just kind of helps him stand out a little bit more. And I want to say the shoulders are a bit different too. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I also like these little marks here. They look like, it just looks almost like it could be a Decepticon insignia. So let me go ahead and put some of these on here. So I guess this kind of gives you a lot of options for what sort of Megatron you're going to want. And he's got, you know, with these little 5mm ports, you can store away some of these. Also this little thing right here, you could put this right here if you want it. If you want his hammer there. You have a lot of options. I think, how do I want him to look? You know, I do like the sword. I don't like too many accessories being held. Like if he had a arm thing, and a weapon here and a weapon there, I just don't think it looks good. I think he needs like an arm thing and a weapon. It would have been cool if he had a shield, and I don't necessarily think. I mean, maybe if he had, to me, if you wanted to go, you would have to take this off. You could put this up over here. Maybe that works better. Maybe I think it's too distracting. The double weapon wielding looks good because they both match. And there you go. To me, this is a good look for him. But I'm also going to, I have nowhere to store this. I can only put it on his shoulder now at this point. So that kind of sucks. Unless I have to take this part. Is there any way to do it that way? That kind of sucks. That it only has these weird little slits there. I really can't store this away, so I'd have to like keep it around him. I don't know. This can store because it does have that port. So I'm going to have to keep that bar of soap there. And I'm going to have to adjust this. Does that look cool? And put that there. And still this, there's no way to hide this or put this anywhere. Does this come off? I forgot. No. So yeah, you could only store it on the side. It's just kind of weird and awkward. Unless there's a way to put it at the bottom. Like kind of like maybe. Nope. There's no way to do it. I'm just gonna have to keep this around. I really wish that there's some maybe I don't know. There's a sticker set for repro labels or toy hacks, to where maybe they add like little glittery effects to that. I might do that. You know what I might do is you could probably get some of that glue, that Elmer's glue, that glitter glue, and just put some little effects on there. And it won't really damage the toy. You could wash it off more than likely, but I think that might be a cool little effect. So stay tuned for that, folks. I think it might work out for the sword here. I think this is the best way I can have this kind of set up. But yeah, I've always liked this mold. It's not a bad Megatron mold. The chest is redone, of course. I like these little details right there. I think the X represented the amount of like human beings, other combatants, enemies that he's killed. So that's your Megatron. Nice colors, nice solid figure. The mold still holds up, despite people not liking it as much because it's been reused over and over again. Let's get Prime out. And here we go. So there you go. This is the reason why I got this set, especially for the price that I got it. It comes with a little matrix. There you go. This is a remold from the War for Cybertron or Siege of Cybertron or whatever sub-Cybertron, the video game Prime. Which, you know what? All due respect to that mold, this one came out way better. The head is way more proportionate to the body. And this harkens back to a time where people were really getting creative with Optimus Prime and Megatron without being too devoted to the G1 accuracy for their both alt modes and bot modes. But I think this is just quite an amazing mold here. It just looks big. It looks very creative. And it's not really devoted to that big, the square blocky design, And he's got that awesome cannon. It looks like it's supposed to be modular or something, but I think that's just how it is, like it's supposed to pull out maybe. Does it? It would be cool. No, it's two mold pieces, but it still looks cool. I don't know if it's the same one from the one that came with the War for Cybertron. Not the Netflix one, I'm talking about the video game. But yeah, it's a very big, beefy mold. And what I also like about this is that this could very easily be repainted into just like the big tough body reminds me of Universe Nemesis Prime, one of my favorite Transformer characters. The one with the beige thighs, almost like khaki colored, with black and a really bright red and teal. That one really stood out, and I still love that character, and I hope they do a good repaint of it. But in 2025, this came out in 2024, or was it? Yeah, this one came out when around Transformers 1 came out, and the Fractured Friendly. We're not friends anymore, Megatron. To kind of further explain that same narrative of Prime and Megatron not being buds, not being cool with each other. But dude, this is a hefty Prime. I mean, it goes well with I mean, who can you pose it with? You know, what other? I mean, I like having like mini collections. You know, and it's hard for me to kind of put this with any other figures. Maybe with the Siege line that came out not too long ago, but I really like it as a standalone Prime. And I need to check the toy hacks. Actually, I'll give you a second. Yeah, I'm looking right now toy hacks, and there is actually a pretty decent sticker set for that with a lot of different options that presents a lot of details for Megatron specifically. Prime's got some good ones too. I mean, they gave you some metallic colors, but yeah, they give Megatron a lot more options, and Prime different colored eyes, different Autobot logos. Maybe enough stickers there that you can actually use for some of your, you know, other previous Megatron Siege figures. That's what I like about having that mold. There's a point where I have a lot of Siege Megatron figures, and he's he for a while he was real cheap, like maybe $15 on some, you know, places like Walmart or whatever. So I bought a whole bunch just to customize, and I did do a Marvel custom of him, but with this particular mold derivative. I actually found another configuration that's right in the back of the box, where you just put the thing like this and you put this down like that, but I actually like this sticking up. So there you go. I just wish there was something for that. They didn't add anything to the weapons, it looks like, on that. No, they did. They added something for the pickaxe, but nothing for the big bar of soap or old gum. But yeah, this is well, they had some metal things for or like some metallic sheen for this. So yeah, it's maybe worth picking up. It's like $13.50 right now on Toy Hack. So I don't know. I mean, I might try to just go do my little thing, my special effect for these. Nothing for the sword. Interesting. But yeah, I do like this Megatron. There's little tidbits of lore that I forgot, which I know I did. Please let me know. But otherwise, I think, you know, if you could come across this set for, I don't know, maybe $65, I think it'd be worth it. I mean, Voyagers are about 35 at this point. So, and these are big, beefy Voyagers. And just to give you a size comparison with this Prime, I'm not gonna transform him. That's not what I do. He's beefy, and he's comparable to this guy. You know, and I like having a bunch of different variant Primes, because sometimes I think, oh, it's not Optimus Prime, it's a whole other kind of Prime. Let's get the recent deluxe classic looking Prime. Yeah, see, he's a giant compared to this guy. So yeah, I'd recommend these guys. And if you're into customizing and like simple customizing and doing toy hacks, they have a nice set for this guy too. These guys too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little set. Buy it, transform them on your own. Enjoy the experience, and we will see you later on.